Hey, this is Tay.
And I'm Fab.
And I'm Mika D.
And we are Business, Beauty, and Beats, broadcasting live each week on Saturday, 2 p.m. from FBRN.US studios at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas.
Log on to hear news on business, new beauty trends, and what's hot in music.
So be sure to log on each week on Saturdays at 2 p.m. to catch
Business, Beauty, and Beats. Catch us on Instagram,
Facebook,
Twitter,
and YouTube.
Jump in.
And welcome to Business, Beauty, and Beats, y'all. How you doing? Happy Saturday again.
Hello.
It's a new month, April in the house of number 4 Foundation. We are so excited. Welcome to the show.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
BBB family out there and listeners. Happy Easter to those of you that do observe and celebrate Easter. Happy Easter to you all. Hope you're having a great weather day wherever you are, where all the listeners in the world. We hope you're having a great day out there and your weather's good for your celebration. We're supposed to have some gospel singers in the house on the field somewhere today. They said here in good old Arlington, Texas at Globe Life Park.
Who's the Clark sisters?
I believe that's the rumor that I heard coming through the vine.
Them sisters can sing.
Oh, they can sing.
They don't
S-A-N-G.
sing, they can sing.
S-A-N-G type of sing.
I love it. Hey, anybody out there doing the Easter egg hunt? Catch me some eggs. Find me some eggs.
No.
Just kidding, y'all.
No.
Y'all know I ain't got no sense.
You know what? We got a great show for y'all today, and we have a guest in the house.
Yes, we do.
Miss J is here with us. She's going to be spilling some tea today, spreading some knowledge today. Welcome, Miss J.
Hey, Miss J.
Thank you.
How you doing, girl?
Good.
Are you glad to be here? I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad to be around such beautiful black women.
Oh, well, thank you. We appreciate you.
That's lovely.
We appreciate you. Welcome.
nice nails. I already peeped them, baby.
Oh, she's...
Oh, yeah.
Nails,
I love them. I broke one of mine last night, and I couldn't make it to the nail shop today. I'll cry in silence later. How everybody out there doing? How y'all doing?
I hope everybody is doing well. Everybody's staying safe.
Yes.
Social distancing in spite of what Texas is doing.
Yeah, talking about being open and stuff. Yeah, no.
Be safe. Be safe.
Be careful, y'all.
Yeah, we're going to dive right on in, y'all. We're going to talk about this George Floyd trial.
Yeah.
And we jumping on in. This is Fishbowl where we
got
dive
some stuff to
in.
talk about today.
We dive in. We
got some
deep.
real deal stuff to talk about today.
Yeah, we dive in deep. So we're going to talk about this George Floyd. You know what? This case, what's the hard part for me is every time I look at it, it brings up the original feelings that I had when I first it was 8 minutes and 45 seconds. Now I find out it's 9 minutes complete.
Yeah.
I heard that in the courtroom live. And so I could imagine someone standing on my neck for 9 minutes. And with their knee in my neck, with all their weight on me, and I really don't understand what all this is about, this racism thing, this police brutality. I don't get it. I don't understand and I understand that people have their own feelings and their pride about their race, and I'm okay with that, like I said before in past shows, but respecting other humans, unless you don't see them as a human, is the only thing that could provoke you to do such a thing.
Yeah.
And then I've heard so much about, well, he was high and he was belligerent,
But does that mean that he deserves to die because he was high?
No. No.
I just don't understand things like that. Things being said like that.
He was cooperating.
Yeah.
He wasn't being resistant or nothing.
Yeah.
He's already a big guy, so he was cooperating.
Right. He didn't want to seem to be a threat to the. Exactly.
Well, as soon as those handcuffs goes on, that threat level goes way down.
Oh yeah.
What could
Because you
he have
can't
done?
do what can you do
Kick?
with no hands? Exactly. Yeah.
So
well, the handcuffs were on, and we've heard several different scenarios, even in the court, and when they showed the video from the store, all the way in from the store, the young man that helped Mr. Floyd said that he's the one that took the $20 bill, and now he regrets even saying something because he cost the man his life by being a tattletale over a fake 20, and that the management would threaten to take it out of their check. And they would deduct, I think, $4 out of their check.
Wow.
So the question is, was it worth it?
Not at all. Not at all.
Was it worth it? Theft. I'm not upholding wrong. Wrong is wrong.
Right.
But I'm saying, do I tell on someone when I know the outcome? He was a black man. He knew the outcome was not going to be good for that black man, and especially in Minnesota.
Absolutely.
He knew that. He lives there. He knows the outcome. So you have to make a judgment call then. Do I say something or do I just take the hit for this? I don't care if it was $10. It's more than a human sacrifice for someone's life.
Right.
Now you regret it.
Right.
But the man's gone. And then you run out there and telling them, and the guy, another older man was saying, don't fight him, don't fight him. And he was struggling. He wasn't fighting them. He was struggling so he could try to readjust himself because of the way they positioned him on the ground.
Right.
In a prone position.
Yes. Yes.
And it's not, you're not trained to do that.
Right.
In police training. That was absolutely absurd. They had 14 police officers that said that they wrote a letter against
Really?
Derek Chauvin, stating that what he did was wrong. They had the top police officer of the whole Minnesota department, right? The top police officer stating that what he did was absolutely unnecessary because, number one, he was handcuffed, and as soon as a person becomes your prisoner, you now need to make sure that their care is number one.
Right.
That their safety is number one.
Right.
They're in your possession, basically. They're in your care. And he didn't do that. So now I think it's a matter of, like, neglect, right?
Well, what
So-
do we do with that? I mean, what is it that we do with all of this? Because it's predatory practices to me. When you're preying on an individual race, it's predatory practices. Like, I am now the prey.
Right.
You don't see me as the person. You see me now as the prey.
Yep.
And at some point, do you think, when is it my turn?
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary.
It is scary to
But
think
you know,
about.
I say this too. I've worked in retail for a very long time, and I've seen a lot of people do a lot of sneaky things.
Putting on extra clothes and stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, and I've seen people, take things.
I'm
I
sure.
pull my manager to the side.
I'm sure.
But nothing to the point of me chasing them outside.
Right. Yeah.
Or calling the police behind a $20 bill.
Come on.
That,
Yeah.
Now I know he didn't think the man was going to die behind it, but was it really that serious?
Right.
But here's my question.
Right.
Why didn't he think he was going to die behind it? When you see what's going on in our world today,
I heard it was a prejudiced town already.
it is.
And,
The entire Minnesota
And I'm
is
sure you knew that.
Prejudiced
Yeah.
states.
Yeah.
It's prejudice. So, yes, my husband has lived there before as a black man, and he has told me the experiences
Yeah.
that he saw firsthand,
Yeah.
and he felt the energy. It's like stay in your place
Yeah.
type of living.
I wonder why.
Stay in your place.
Do y'all think he even knew it was a fake?
He did. He admitted it in court.
Okay.
He said he said he held it up like this, and he saw that the strip or what have you, whatever they see inside of the money, was there, and he said that he made a judgment call to. At first, he let him go out of the store.
George. Do you think George knew it was a fake
I don't know, because I'm gonna tell you this. This is I don't have a criminal history. I haven't had tickets in my life, y'all. Now I ain't perfect, but I have gotten a fake bill from the bank.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I left the bank. My husband was in the car. I left the bank with a fake fresh bill. And the only way that I knew that it was a fake bill is I went to the store myself. Now that situation could have led to this situation for me
Yeah.
Right.
as a woman of color.
Right.
I left the bank and still had the money in the envelope is the only reason probably why, because I don't probably fit the bill, but who does?
Right.
So, you know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right.
Because, I could be a white-collar criminal. I don't have to be a blue-collar criminal. So, I was standing in line at the store. I took the money out of the Chase envelope, right? And that particular bill that I grabbed I handed it to the lady, the cashier, and she checked it with the pen, and it was not real. Now she could have. Now this was 100. This was not a 20. Okay, this is a true story from the bank.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say them, yeah, because I don't want y'all coming at me trying to sue me for something I don't have.
Right.
So I'm not gonna say that. But that was from the bank, and the lady checked it, and she said, "Ma'am, this bill is not real." And I said, "Well, you see me pulling this out of this envelope, so you see how many bills is in here, so you know I'm not going. You can check the rest of them." I went to plead my case right then, because in my mind, I could see where that was going.
Right.
They could have called the police on me, authorities on me, and said I was doing this. And you think they was gonna listen to me? They were gonna take my black ass to jail.
Yeah.
I was gonna be taken to jail and say, let the courts figure it out.
Right.
But God, by the grace of God, always on my side, knowing I don't do things like that. And I don't try to deceive people in no kind of way. And I said, "Ma'am, I'm finna go right." And I went right back to the bank. And I was raising hell. I said, "Listen to me. As much money and transactions as I'm putting in and out of this bank."
Right.
I said, "Y'all done handed me a bill. Now, how is it you running these bills and you checking them, but you going to hand me
A
this
fake bill.
a fake bill to take out there?" I said, "Do you know how this could have turned out?" Oh, I was livid.
I know you
Right.
were.
I was livid, and I
Right.
told them, I said, "This is a travesty." I said, "This could have been a tragedy for me as a woman of color."
Right.
I'm standing at a store, and they always trying to calm me down. No, this is not for me to calm down, because it's not something we make light of.
Right.
George Floyd. It's not for me to make light of, because
not being who you are.
you're not going.
know.
This the same thing that could happen with you is not going to happen with me.
Right. It's a different scenario.
It's a whole different scenario.
ballgame. Yeah.
Yep.
So I take it seriously, even what happened with him, because that was a good question that Fab just asked. Do you think he knew?
He probably didn't know. I've had a counterfeit $20 bill.
Yeah.
You know, I've had, and they checked it and they kept it. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying?
Oh,
And
gosh.
like when I went to go put
Yes,
money in
yes,
they checked it.
yes,
And
yes.
I'm like, what's taking so long?
Oh my
Yeah.
And
goodness.
and I'm like, is everything okay? And she's like, just hold on one second.
Oh,
She's
no.
trying to and people were behind
Girl,
me, so
that's scary.
It's already bad.
Yeah.
I'm a woman of color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for trying to deposit some money, and the manager came and she sat to the side and she said it out loud. She didn't even say. She didn't even.
She was trying to shame you.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
trying to
In front of
shame
people.
you.
She said it out loud. She said, "Ma'am, these are not real. These
Yeah.
are counterfeit." And I'm
Oh,
like,
wow.
what?
Mm.
I'm like, okay, well, what do you want me to do? Like, what? And, you know, she said, we're just gonna keep these right here, and she put the money through the counter, and made sure all the others, but he probably didn't even know it was a
Right.
$20.
And you
Well,
know
they
what's so
look so
sad about
real.
it?
I'm in
Yeah.
the bank. I'm in a counterfeit
Uh-huh.
$20 bills.
Right.
And what's so sad
On
about it,
purpose.
y'all?
Yeah, no.
What's so sad about it is we'll never get his side of the story.
Right.
We'll never know if he knew or not. That's the sad part about
Right.
it all. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what was scary to me about the whole stop and then the call and then it's because when they came to the car, he started pleading, "Please don't."
He knew.
He knew.
He knew he was gonna
He
die that
knew
day.
he was gonna die that day. He
Yeah,
felt
you
it.
can feel.
He said, "Y'all, please don't kill me. I've been shot before. Please don't kill me." Oh no, I ain't gonna die like this. This man I was like, this is a routine stop. He done went talking about death and pleading for, please don't. He holding on to the steering wheel tight.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
I
could
mean,
hear it in his voice.
His
He
voice.
was terrified.
He was pleading. He said, "Please don't." He said, "I cooperate. Please don't. Please just don't kill me. Not today. Not like
So
this."
sad.
He
So
knew he was
sad.
gonna die.
Somebody said
He knew.
begging.
He was.
He was.
Yeah.
He
He
was
was begging.
scared. He was
I mean,
scared.
for him to be a grown man calling out for his mother,
Girl. Oh,
that in all by itself,
He was terrified.
he was terrified.
he was.
Yeah.
He was.
And the
So
reaction,
scared.
the faces that they were making, they were saying things like, "Well, if you can speak, you can breathe." And then Derek Chauvin kept moving his knee deeper and deeper
He
into his
readjusted
neck.
several times. You're right. He
Yes.
readjusted and fixed himself several times to go deeper into that man's neck. I'm surprised he didn't snap it.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
With his hands in his pocket, and he could see the evil in his face.
Uh-huh.
He was just a dark.
I heard they say it had a smirk.
It was
Yeah.
just, and
He was
then
smiling.
He mashed and looked at someone else like, "Don't come up here. You ain't gonna do nothing." With his hands in his pocket.
So let me ask y'all, do y'all think y'all could stand by and watch
Oh,
No.
absolutely not.
No, 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 no.
Absolutely
No.
not.
But
No.
But I can see
I
both
wouldn't
sides.
be able to, but at the same time,
I can see both sides.
America
what they did.
is so scary, y'all. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you can't even really trust the police.
Yeah.
I've never
Anymore.
trusted
Yeah.
the police.
So it's like, who do you call?
I had the worst experience when I was 13. And that was in 1996.
Yeah.
And the police pulled us over. It was me and my friend, and we were athletes at our school. And we got pulled over, and they separated the black men from the white girls and asked us their names, and then started to harass them and call us prostitutes.
Wow.
I was 13. Think about that. 13 years old, and I was traumatized.
Wow.
I've never called the police to help me. Ever. Never in my life would I ever call that's the last person I'll call. I'll rely on a stranger in a dark road before I would ever call
And
the
that's
police
sad to
to
say
help me.
because they're placed here to protect
And
us
serve.
and serve the country. And it's so sad that we've gotten to this point in day and age and time to where they do the complete opposite.
Yep.
Well, you know they've been doing this though, because you can go back
Oh,
to
yeah.
slavery.
Oh, yeah.
You can go back to slavery. Where you going, boy?
Yeah.
Let me see your pass.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, that type of policing's been going on.
It's
and
crazy.
So we couldn't say anything back then, and today it's the same way.
And not to
If,
say that
you
they're
know,
all like that, because they're all not like that.
No.
But the majority.
There are more that are than
That-
more that are not.
Right. And that's the sad
Because
thing
I
about
have
it.
friends that are police officers. I have that because that I have a nonprofit. I've been working with the police officers, and so they know who I am, and I'm not afraid of them at all.
Right.
You know.
Me neither.
I get a little nervous.
Yeah.
I used to
on a-
get nervous back in my thug girl days.
You don't even know.
Back in my thug
You
girl
just don't
days,
know
I
what
did,
kind
but
of
no.
stunt they gonna pull.
Yeah,
Even my
you
kids
don't.
are nervous.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Because they go to extremes. Sometimes they plant stuff in your car
Yeah.
while they're searching your
Oh,
car. Get
I-
out! Get out!
I've
Everybody
witnessed
get
a
out!
lot of people
They
deal
plant
with
stuff
that.
in your car.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, it is
It
so
gets crazy.
Crazy.
I
But
taught my kids to not be riding around with a lot of kids in the car at a very early age because that
Nothing
kind of
that'll
stuff,
attract them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
attract attention
absolutely.
because I didn't want any scenarios happening with
But
my
that's
kids.
crazy. Look, listen to what you said. Don't ride with a lot of kids in your car, so you don't attract the police. Like you can't carpool with 5 kids because of the police. Like that is
I
insane.
get nervous when I see little young boys. The other day, me and my daughter, I picked her up from school, and they was walking from McDonald's, and I'm like, man, I'm scared for them. There was
Yeah.
about 10 of them. They
Oh,
was
yeah.
going to McDonald's.
Yep.
and just, you know,
Yeah,
drinking
it
their
is scary. It's scary to be
I
in
be
large
nervous about
groups,
them.
predominantly men. It's scary. It's scary. But y'all, we gotta pay some bills. You know what I'm saying?
you know what? Y'all keep listening, tuning in. If you got a comment, you can call in. We'll be right back in 2 and 2. You
2 and
listen
2.
to Business, Beauty, and
BB&B.
welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to the show. We were talking about Mr. Floyd, and we just want to say, I think how has it been a year already? So we just want to say we're still in your prayers to the family, and just we're praying for you, and you're hoping that you get your outcome.
Definitely.
So we're gonna move on to the CARES Act. Has anyone out there bothered to read it?
No.
Do we know what the CARES Act is?
Refreshing my memory.
Moneybag Joe done passed out all this money. We got to know what the CARES Act is.
Yeah.
We just know we got the money.
No, I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money yet. No.
Mika D, you got?
I ain't got no money.
Yeah, I did,
I
but
did.
It's a lot of people that didn't.
I ain't got no
Really?
money. Not a
There's a
dime.
lot of people that still
Okay.
to get their second stimulus
I
check.
know some people who ain't
And
got
they
the second.
already talking about a fourth. You know,
Yes,
I
they are.
don't understand that. How y'all gonna send out a fourth and y'all ain't even got the second and third?
I
people
haven't
taken
got
care of?
any
Like, I don't-
money. But
yeah.
anyway, the CARES Act is pretty good. It stands for, I guess, the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act, where it helps with responses and supplemental appropriations for 2021 to provide fast and direct economic assistance for American workers and families. Well, who working? We were just talking about this a few minutes ago. Now, this was just shared with me this morning on my news feed that Texas opened up 100%, right? And they said that unemployment went up, a surge of unemployment went up. Now, you opened 100%, but unemployment surge went up. Tell me the method in the madness about that. What is it the unemployment stopping people from going to work, y'all? Can somebody help me out?
Corporations aren't paying them enough to come back to work.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Makes
These-
sense.
Yep.
So they just like, I'm just stay home and just.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why go to work and overexert yourself for half the cost?
Right. Right.
Makes sense.
They're making money sitting at home.
How much money they making?
Way more than they are going to work. I can tell you
Yeah.
that.
You shared something with me about the corporate owners. How much are they making?
500 times your pay.
Wow.
So that's why
500
there's such a
times your
gap.
pay.
500 times your pay.
These are facts.
That is
These
insane.
are facts. They're making 500 times your pay. When back in the 80s, there were limits. So, a CEO of a company would make maybe 5 times the amount that you would make. It
Right.
wasn't much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They
Right.
made a normal wage, a living wage still. They
Yeah.
lived a little better than you,
Yeah.
but not by much,
Yeah.
And the profits of the company used to just be dispersed evenly
Mm-hmm.
throughout employees, right? But we've changed that because, I think in the George Bush era of things, they made things really benefit themselves. And that's when corporations really started raking in the cash.
Yeah.
And so, it's a business for them.
It
Wow.
is.
So-
Everything is a business these days.
And also, the less they pay you, the easier it is to treat you like crap.
oh
You
yeah,
work harder.
yeah, yeah.
Remember, I was telling her we had a show about that, about you going to work and you being happy and getting what are you worth?
Yeah.
And what Jay is saying is really true. Being less
Overworked,
just think about overwork, underpaid. The hours
Yep.
that you have to work versus what you're paid.
Right.
Then if you have children, let's add all that into the encompass of going to work. You
Yeah.
guys. So you get up in the morning, maybe 5 or 6 a.m. Then you have to drive 30 to 45 minutes or ride the train, bus, whatever you do. And you ride to work, and then
Get yourself together
you get
mentally.
yourself together mentally to go in there, and you be on the clock 8, 9 hours, sometimes 12.
Sometimes 12,
And
sometimes 16.
then you have to drive 30 to 40, 30 minutes to an hour back home, which the day is gone. So you minus if you have children.
Yep.
That's like a minus. That's not a plus.
Right.
That's a minus.
Right. Say
Okay?
that.
So you have children to incorporate in this crazy madness that I just said. And then you have to find time to feed them. And then where's the time to spend with them?
Yep.
You've been at work all day and then commute, getting to work and
Yeah.
getting home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then don't add
Yep.
if you have a workout time that you try to incorporate for your own self,
Right.
where is the time? Then they
Not
wonder
only
why we gaining a few pounds.
Yeah.
Where is all this time?
Not only that, what about if we want to start our own side business? What we gonna do it on the weekend? But then we're trying to catch up on our rest. We're trying to clean the house. We're trying to
Right.
spend time with the kids.
Right.
Oh,
So I don't blame these people want to stay at home.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe they
Yes.
need a break.
They need a break.
And not only that, but how much does the average American get for vacation time? What, 4 weeks a year?
Uh-huh.
It's not enough, and they wonder why
No.
we're dropping dead at 50.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's because we're working ourselves to death,
yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
But you know, in this country, and I know in this country, that you sign up for that from the day you're born.
Yep.
You sign up to be
Yeah.
a cattle worker from the day you're born.
Yeah.
They welcome your child, and they're going to pay you extra to have it because from the time you push that child out, your child is worth so much money that you don't know about. That the government is already borrowing
Yeah.
based off of that bond that you have called your birth certificate
Absolutely.
and your social security card.
Yeah.
There are red letters on the back. That is for a reason. It is special paper. That's for a reason. Those are bonds.
Yep.
You are a worker of the corporation called United States of America.
Okay.
So that goes into all the what we're talking about as far as getting up and working and unemployment and all these things. A lot of people ain't never had no unemployment at all. Some people just been working.
And a
working,
lot of
working,
people
working,
haven't
working,
had
working,
the
working.
break that they've gotten to have.
Yeah.
Right.
So
dealing
now,
with this unemployment,
They're just
you know.
they're taking full advantage
Advantage
I
of it. That's
would.
what it is. I was sure.
I
Baby.
would. I'm not.
because
you
it's
know,
hard out there and it's getting
these
harder
people know.
every day.
It is.
Every day.
I quit breaking my back for a company a long time ago, about
Yeah.
12 years ago, and I'll tell you why. Because I made this company $30 million, and I had to beg for a $1 raise. And I knew that day I could do it on my own. I had just got my master's in
Yeah.
business, and I was like, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't believe you're standing here making me beg. Why do I need $1 raise? Well, I just made you $30 million.
Right.
And yeah, it was absurd to me. It was
Very.
absurd to me.
Yeah.
So that day I knew, and I
Yeah.
just started to be on
It's
my
like
own.
I'm asking you for $1. I could be asking you for 5 to 10. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
come on, man. Come on.
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
and they said that HHS is distributing $175 billion to hospitals and healthcare providers on people on the front lines for the virus. So,
Right.
and then they offering the PPP, y'all.
Yeah, I
so,
seen
you
that.
know,
I
they're
seen
offering
that.
that. A lot of people getting it. A lot of people not
A lot
getting
of people
it.
are getting
A
it.
lot of
Apply
people,
for it. You don't
A
have
lot of
nothing
people
to
get in
lose.
trouble.
But Moneybag Joe done made the things lighter now.
Yes. they
Moneybag
have.
Joe like Oprah. You get a car. You get a
Yes.
car. You get a car. We
He
all get a car.
is, y'all, because last year I applied for the PPP loan, and I'll just tell you, in 2019, my company made $2 million.
Wow.
And they denied me.
What kind of company?
It was a trucking company.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
And they denied you.
And they denied me. Why? Because they said that I didn't have any existing bank loans. Because I used my own capital in order to start my business.
Wow.
You had to have an existing relationship with your bank.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ain't that
Yeah.
insane?
But the
Wow.
good thing about that is the ones that they didn't get the PPP, some of them are going to get more money. But
Yeah.
then if you got the EDIL, they're supposed to give you more EDIL money
Yeah.
without even having to ask for it. So and then they say 24 months before you do this, and then Moneybag Joe probably going to change the rules on that.
Okay.
So,
He's
I'll
making
tell
up
y'all
for all
what.
his bad political decisions in his
Yeah,
early days.
yeah,
He
yeah.
happy.
yes, he's making up.
Real
He's making up for him. He
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah.
But they said the Texas small business grants that in just Texas, you can get the minimum you can get $55,631. Then you can get grants on grants.gov. Then you have the local grant agents, and you have the comptroller that can give you help, and then you have the SBA, and they have this thing called the Amber Grant for Women.
Yeah.
Amber Grant for Women. 10,000, 25,000, 35,000. Those are the levels
Okay,
of the Amber
grant.
Amber Grant for Women. So
Well,
there are so many things out there that we have opportunities to excel. And it seems to me, even on the unemployment thing, it seems like women have just taken over.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
we
definitely.
have arrived.
definitely.
Do you hear
They
me?
have taken the
Definitely.
charge.
Yeah.
So, Fab, what you got for us
All right,
today?
y'all
'Cause we done
ready?
heard all about these fake freckles and all this other
yeah.
Oh,
stuff.
girl, you remember about the freckles?
I
You was
remember
supposed to
them.
bring the
And
freckles
I
this.
forgot to throw in
Fake
freckles.
fucking-
She forgot the
Look,
freckles
have
today,
y'all
y'all.
been seeing the flying hair?
No.
No.
I have. Since we talked about it, yes, we did. And I say, Lord, look at this man. Look, Coolio is what it reminds me. And I'm
Yes.
like, what woman would be attracted to a man with his hair flying and
You'd be
I seen it twice, baby, twice. So since we talking about hair, guess what's coming back in style?
Ooh, I hope it's something cool.
Yeah, you might like. Well, I don't know. You have to tell me the '70s shag.
Yes, I
You
love
like
that
it?
haircut with the
The
bangs.
shag is coming
Yes.
back.
But did it ever leave?
Sign me
Now you're not
up.
supposed to see it more.
I'm just saying, it never left the hood, you know.
Well,
I've seen them with shag.
You're right, because
Like, we can go to South Dallas right now and
Still see a
the other
shag.
man Joe got a shag on his head.
the shag.
Brian
you
and
remember-
Kent and them.
Y'all, you can go to any parts of the matter of fact, not just South. That's any part of the hood in the country and still see a shag.
Period.
Well, now they've made it more popular to, hey, so you know, like Miley Cyrus. I seen her the other day.
Yes,
She
it's
has
cute.
it. They have Nick Stinson.
Wait, so is it a shag or is it a mug?
It's
No.
the shag, well, mullet.
I can't get with the
but
mullet.
That's what it is, like the
Because you
mullet.
said Miley
no.
Cyrus now. I'm
Miley
like, wait.
Cyrus have it. Yeah, it's like a shag. They call it a shag, but we want to know if it's like a mullet.
Uh-huh.
It's coming back, so y'all can see
Okay,
it.
Oh,
okay.
Y'all can
Okay.
see it, okay?
All right, well, I ain't wearing it, but okay.
No.
All right, all right.
But then, like you said a few minutes ago, bangs. The
Yes, those
It's-
shaggy
bang.
bangs.
bang.
Oh, it's the bang.
Yes, ma'am. Bangs, baby. Chinese bang, feather bang, messy bang.
Oh,
and it says here
goodness.
you can cut your own bang at home.
Really?
You know how you want your cosmetologist
Oh,
to just
Please
cut it? You
don't
cut
do
your own
it.
Because the messy bang is what's in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it can be uneven. It
No,
can be-
listen.
You know what? I told her last week, you can
Every
get up out,
time I cut my bangs at home, they come up.
you can
It's
get
bad.
out.
wild now. Don't worry
It's
about
bad.
it.
Oh,
You can get up
I
out the
know,
bed.
but-
You
Yeah.
can get up out the bed like you don't even have to comb your hair no more.
No, you
No.
don't have to comb no hair now.
You got to wash your
Just
face.
get up, shake and go.
and get
Yeah.
up, shake and go.
Yeah.
And your hair is fine.
You
I'm
can-
not doing that because you smell like the bed. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, bedhead is
Jay.
in these days, you know? I just...
Walking around
Well,
smelling
you ain't got
like
to comb
a
your
bed.
hair. It's
Baby,
not be messy.
you know static. You know how you have static in hair? Like all of that is just in style
normal
now.
now.
It's normal now.
That is insane.
You know what I did notice
As much
though?
gels and sleekers and all that
And
stuff
hairspray.
to keep everything
Oh,
together.
Right.
They just said
They're
forget
going
it
out
all.
of business. They're gonna put jam out of business.
They're putting jam, spritz, holding spray, everything out of...
Girl, what did you know? You said you noticed something. What you
Oh, I've noticed that people are letting themselves go a lot more now.
You
They're
see
letting
that?
their shoes get dirty.
Yes. Yes.
And you know,
Okay.
keeping your shoes clean was
That
a
was gonna
thing.
be a thing. I used to look at two things when I'd look at a man:
A man,
his teeth and his shoes.
I'm telling you.
His teeth and his shoes.
And she
I'm
not
still
good.
like that today.
I used to be
Look
mad in the
Okay.
club if somebody stepped on my foot.
Okay.
You better bag back.
My children's
Right.
dad teach them how to take that toothbrush in their water,
I'm
clean their
trying to
shoes,
tell
put it back
you.
in the box. But I noticed that.
But it ain't popular. Most he better teach me how to keep them dirty. 'Cause they-
No, they ain't gonna do it. Matter of fact, he cut their
Shoot,
hair off.
my child don't play that shit. You remember you saw you caught a
Yes,
picture.
ma'am. You know, I
She
think
was
she
all
was
on the
like-
photo
Oh,
trying to
what
keep
you
her.
know?
She don't play about her kids, baby. She don't play about
well,
her.
they gonna be unpopular because their shoes ain't dirty.
Okay.
Y'all, this
Gonna
world is
teach her at
crazy. I
school.
ain't even trying to keep up with none of that stuff.
Baby,
Speaking
baby.
of shoes, y'all,
Next thing y'all be smelling the mustard arms. They gonna
No,
say,
now.
it's the mustard
No,
arms
baby,
is back
now.
in, y'all.
if they come out talking about no deodorant law, I swear, y'all, I'ma freaking scream.
Cuss and
I'm gonna curse. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna do.
We
No,
can't go
ma'am.
back
We
to
cannot
that, you
accept
guys.
that. That is unacceptable.
We can't.
It is a thing.
can't.
It's still a thing. It's an Indian culture. They don't wear no deodorant.
well, it's a natural thing for them. I'm talking
Well,
about.
yeah, that's
you
no. We
know,
talking about in America.
Y'all don't.
They over here. I done smelled them.
They over here, but we talking about as a
We talking about
America.
as a- yeah.
You born and raised. You put on some deodorant, damn it. Put it on. Don't you come out your house without no damn deodorant
Or at least
on.
smell like patchouli if you're not gonna do it. You know, you know what I mean? Like,
But now, speaking about shoes, I gotta
We
bring up a
respect
topic
everyone.
for y'all
Yeah.
later on.
okay.
Mr. Lil Nas X.
Oh.
Oh, I got something for y'all for the tennis shoes.
Yeah.
No, let's
Speak,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna let you finish, Fab. I'm gonna let you
So we
finish,
took-
girl.
yeah, 'cause I wanna hear that. Okay, and then we got guys. So this is another thing. So it seems as if, like we said last time, they're bringing the old stuff back from the 80s and 90s. So scrunchies, baby.
Oh,
I've seen Ari, Moneybag's girlfriend. She
Yeah.
tell with the 2-3 different scrunchies. So that's
Okay.
the style now. Scrunchies.
okay.
that's
Yeah.
the style.
That's the style. You
Child,
put it to the
that stuff
side.
was out when I was a kid.
That's
I'm
what
trying to
saying,
tell you.
but it's
I
like
ran
they
that
bring-
I used to wear a big old fan with, and I
I
used to have
hated
a whole
it.
bunch of different
Let me tell you
colors.
something about the
Go all the way around my
good thing about
head.
history is this: when you've done it already,
Yeah.
it don't phase
Yeah.
you because I'm not wearing that mess no more.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I'm not
My
doing
daughter,
it.
she has scrunchies, so she had me to go online and order her some scrunchies.
But it's
Oh
new to
my
her. She a
goodness.
baby.
Yeah, yeah.
And I picked up a couple myself.
Oh.
I
Look here,
Okay.
Fab. Look here.
I did. I picked up a couple myself.
Look here. Look here now.
And
Keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah, well, girl, it was from Amazon, baby. I'm an Amazon girl. So it
Okay,
was cheap.
Amazon getting tired of my damn name. I'll tell y'all that. I order like no other.
That's what I'm saying. And it's right there, card on file. You can add the
I'm
card.
just saying.
Have you been
mine's
to an
already
Amazon
stored,
grocery
baby. I just
store,
order and
though?
Press in.
Yeah.
You'll never leave.
Yeah.
Amazon
They
grocery store?
they give
Oh,
you
yeah,
your
fresh,
a cart.
Amazon fresh.
A cart, girl, with already your list on it.
Yeah.
And then it tells you exactly what aisle.
Really?
I need an
shop.
Amazon shirt, just
Yeah.
because that's how much I be
Only
on
if they
it.
gonna donate to our nonprofit, because we ain't promoting them if they ain't doing that. Okay?
True.
Amazon,
I say, I
we
know
love
that's
you,
right.
but we're not doing that.
But now-
hey,
Y'all, I order
Yeah.
so much on there. Like,
I do too.
they be like, your package here? I'm like, what package?
Yeah, I love it.
she be the forgetting what she
I be
ordered.
forgetting that.
See? Next time,
It's bad, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. It's
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, especially
But-
during quarantine.
They knew what they was
just saying
doing
because
I'm
that's,
gonna tell
that's
you,
what they
Amazon
did.
not hurt while this stuff been going
Not
on.
at
Not
all.
one bit. They
But you know
actually
what?
They
A
got
lot- a lot-
richer.
That's what I'm saying.
All of the online stores have gained from this.
Yes.
All of them, because they set us in the mode to order online and not go into the stores.
Right.
That's what.
And it's all it's a psychological thing.
Yeah.
Because we're sitting there, we're eating, or we're on our phone.
Yeah.
And we say, oh, we're scrolling,
Yeah,
because that's
yeah.
our entertainment, because
Yep.
TV just gets boring
It
sometimes.
definitely.
So we
Yeah,
go to the
definitely.
phone because you see different things, you hear different things, then you can shop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ordering all kind of stuff.
know.
I am on Instagram. I shop, and I'll click on when someone's I'm like, that is
Yep, me too.
cute.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah.
outfit is cute,
Yeah.
and I will click on it.
Yep.
So they are literally
Oh, baby.
okay.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm gonna wrap it up. So
They got me.
the last thing is, of course, it was before my mama did it. The 80s eyeshadow, bold, vibrant
Yes,
colors.
blue.
Okay.
a yellow, purple, just a one color.
So they bad.
Yeah.
It's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bold.
Yeah.
Like the
you
entire
got that-
eye.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that pretty
Like this.
gold,
Yeah.
but now it's like
But
a
all the way.
yellow or a pink or a blue.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
That's what's
The
popping.
whole eye.
that's
Over
what's
the
popping
whole
now.
Yeah.
I remember that when I was growing up as a
Yeah,
kid.
me.
Oh, I did too, but I used to think they was a clown.
Yeah, yeah. Well, now
Well, you
it's
know,
popping.
back in my day, because I'm older than most of y'all, but back in my day, we only saw the, as we call them, I don't want to say the word is disrespectful to the LBGT community, but back then, they wore all those bold colors.
Oh,
More
okay.
than any.
What you talking about, Jezebel?
Oh.
You talking about the Jezebel?
Not the Jezebel.
Oh, what you talking about?
We're talking about the I don't know.
You don't want to say it.
I can't say it
Yeah.
because
Oh,
it's
okay.
offensive.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
okay.
know,
But,
but
they the ones.
they the ones who wore all the loud colors.
Oh, yeah,
you know
yeah,
that
yeah,
in
yeah.
the hood.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, even more so than the women of the night or wherever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was more so them that
Right,
was bold
right,
and outward
right.
and flair and hair.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. A
rainbow.
lot
But
of
you
our
know that-
style
but they
comes
have been
from that
wearing,
community.
Like the rainbow color, they call it festive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's been rainbow colors.
Okay.
I'm talking about any color you
Yeah.
can think of. They've been wearing it.
Yeah.
It's just not the solid bold look.
Now it's a one.
But
look.
see,
So now
remember
it's
back in the
just-
80s, it was a solid bold look. When
Yeah,
they would come
yeah,
out
yeah.
and you see them with their
Even the
dresses
lip.
on.
Even the
Even
lip.
the lip.
Ooh.
That's right.
Yeah.
Even the
I
lip.
used to look at my granny and I'm like, girl,
Good.
go in the house.
Yeah.
Don't you go outside today.
Get
I know
back
what
in
you
there.
finna go do. Get in the house.
You know
what
what,
you going to
Granny? Oh,
Granny gonna leave that lip print on that part.
Ooh, Lord.
That part. that part.
You know what?
That part.
Y'all, we a mess
So
for
yeah,
real.
that is it. That
Okay.
ties up my stuff. So y'all just look out for it when you on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Look at what I tell
Definitely.
you.
I'm gonna be peeping.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
I'm
try
going
it,
for-
but
I'll
I
be
always
peeping.
look like I'm wearing a Halloween costume when I do my makeup like that. You know what I
just-
mean?
You just,
Yeah.
just have
I
your face
can't.
looking really fresh and glowy, and just
Yeah.
pop on a color. Just pop. It
I
on.
did, and I still look like I'm going to a children's birthday
Well,
party to
everything-
be a clown.
But everything is
I
not
did
for
that. I
everybody.
tried.
Right, it's
Right.
not.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah.
so that's the cue.
Yeah.
No, do not go with the trends, y'all, because don't be going here musty. Don't wear dirty shoes.
No, no.
Don't
Do
be
what
putting
works
this
for
what
you.
works for you.
Jesus.
I am an individual type person.
Yeah.
I really believe in individuality, and I wear
Yes.
something totally opposite of what I see everybody else wearing because I don't want to look like everybody
Yeah, right.
else.
Right.
I don't want
right.
to notice me because I look like everybody else.
Right.
So I'm gonna do my own thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna take a quick break,
We'll be
y'all,
back.
so you
We'll
can
be back.
enjoy the beats, and we'll
Gotta
be
pay
back
these
in 2 and
bills.
2. You listen to Business, Beauty, and Bees.
BBB. Yo, 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 everybody, we back. This is Beats. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? So earlier I did mention to y'all about these shoes, right? So I'm dropping y'all the latest hot stuff about the shoes. The thing that's out that's latest trending these days and times is Mr. Lil Nas X shoe. Okay?
Lord.
This has been the buzz of the talk for weeks now, okay? This is, y'all, I gotta tell y'all, this man done been to court. He done got sued by MSCFH. It's in MSCHF.
And Nike too.
Nike has sued them for the modification of the Air Max 97. Okay?
And the 666 on the side of the shoe with Luke 10. And
Yeah. It's called, they're called the Satan shoe. Now, this is $1,016 pair
And they
of
sold in how
shoes.
many minutes?
Oh, they sold out, I think, in like 2 minutes.
Wow. So he was able to. Well, you know what? He was able to get some out, huh?
He
Get some sold.
he only ordered. It was only supposed to be 666 sold. He sold 665, and the 666 pair was a giveaway. Okay, yeah,
And how much was that shoe again?
$1,016 a pair.
Did y'all spend y'all stimulus money on this mess?
I hope y'all done spend y'all stimmy on this nonsense. This is nonsense. You know, so the thing of it is, so there's a pentagram on there, as you know.
I know.
Okay, with I think it's Luke. Let me see. Let me find out what it is. It's it's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but it was a verse from Luke. I can't remember what chapter or anything like that, but it was crazy. And in the sole of the shoe, y'all, Luke 10 and 16. There you go.
Thank you,
There you go.
Tim. That's
Right. There you go. Because the shoe was $1,016.
All in together.
Luke 10 and 16. Okay. And the sole in the shoe had human blood in it.
Yep, a drop of.
y'all. What in the world what the hell is going on out here?
I just want to know, Lil Nas X, what was your purpose? Like what?
You know what his purpose is?
He said he didn't care.
It was, it was.
He's telling you about his God.
You know,
And
yeah.
What he believes.
The actual purpose of it is that he was telling everybody who's being judgmental about the lifestyle of being gay to counteract that with everything that they've been judged with. That's what it's about.
Oh, is that what it's about?
Sound like he rebelling to me.
Well, you know.
You know.
Oh yeah, the video. Oh yeah. So yeah, the shoes came out
Well, I
after
really
the
don't
video.
believe that because he purposely named the fruit. You know, he purposely decorated himself and with piercings and gave homage to what his faith is. And I'm not putting nobody's faith down. Whatever you believe. That's fine.
That's your business.
That's your business.
But yeah, it came out after this last video. Gosh, I don't even keep up with the man no more because he's just.
he all
totally
over
went
the-
left on
he
me.
is. I don't
But
know what
this
has
last
gotten
video-
into him from the Old Town Road.
To now, like
now.
how did we get here?
Yeah.
I don't
How
know.
did we go from Old Town
I love
Road,
to
all
take me
the
down
little
to the
kids-
Old Town Road.
All the
Song.
little kids listening to you, Old Town
Yeah,
Road, to
that's
you
what I'm
riding Satan
Yeah.
slap.
Something happened, and I
Well,
think
I told
what
my
it
daughter to
is
watch.
is the secret you done told me about what happens on the industry.
Oh yeah.
That's what I think happened to the poor boy.
Yeah.
That's what I really do. I really do.
You
he
know,
went from the good old
you
song,
run
gonna
into
take
me.
my horse to the Old
I'm
Town
talking about
Road.
all the
to
kids knew it
ride.
word for word.
You know,
I have seen this man have a concert with elementary school students, and he didn't have to say a word.
Nope.
They sung the whole entire song.
what happened to you,
Elementary
baby?
kids knew
Yeah.
every word to the song.
Why don't you come on here and tell us
come-
what happened to you? We
happened?
want to hear it.
Mr. Nas X, call us.
We
Call
want to
in.
know what happened. You don't have to
Call
tell us all the
in.
secrets, and we don't want you to come up missing, but we do want you to come here and tell us what happened.
Nah, we need to discuss this, Mr.
But
Nas
let me
X.
tell you.
I'ma tell-
Let me tell you who grabbed a pair.
Ooh.
Miley Cyrus. That's how.
You know
Oh,
what?
she
She
sure
grabbed a
did.
pair of them, baby.
You know
sure
what?
did.
She had a pair on.
She did. She did. Oh, what that say?
I seen it on Instagram.
Oh.
Yeah.
Once again,
Only
Mr.
bitch.
Nas X, call in 214-717-4678.
Call us and tell us what
We need to
happened.
talk to you, sir.
We wanna
really
know,
want to know
baby.
what is going on in
was
your
my-
brain
you was a good
right now.
boy. You was
We
a-
need to
you
pick
was
your brain.
It was good. I love that song.
I'm just saying, my problem is, when you have kid followers, children following you, children listening for you, you can't just switch off like that and just
But guess
do
what?
some like parental guidance type of stuff. Like,
But
come
guess
on,
what?
at least give us a warning.
Those
God
you know
dang.
what?
Right.
Let
Wait a
us
minute.
know something.
The powers
But-
that be watched him do that, and they did what you said they do.
Yeah.
And then they switched the whole game, turned the whole game.
They did.
Switcheroo.
They
And
did.
now those following those poor little kids that
They leading them into
idolize
destruction.
him before on the Old Town Road is gonna follow him right on.
Yeah.
And you know, he
To
made a
this
statement
path.
about that because a lot of parents were very upset.
Yeah.
And he said, that's not my problem to
Yep.
raise your children.
Yep.
Wow.
He said you should watch what your kids listen to. And he said there was sexual innuendos in Old Town Road.
did. He
And
said-
parents allowed them to
And it
watch.
was.
Yeah, he said it was a
Wow.
drunk that committed adultery.
It
Right?
was. It
Wow.
was.
He
It
said,
was.
you watch your own kids.
And,
Mama-
and they were singing it then. So what he's saying, like, what the hell y'all talking to me about this napper?
Right.
Wow.
Because it really was. It really was. They were innuendos inside of them.
You know, that's what makes me appreciate my child much more because she's just different, y'all.
Yeah. Different is good.
Old Town Road and
Yeah.
stuff like that. She didn't even listen to
No.
that shit. She didn't.
Yeah.
She's
But
different.
My
She-
kids
Think
are
about
old
the-
school.
her,
Think
she
of-
listens to
yeah.
Billie Eilish and
Wow.
you know she listens to
think about the poor babies
feel
that
good stuff.
think about the
I
poor
just-
babies that
ugh.
do though.
I'm
'Cause
telling you.
my babies did.
Yeah.
My
My
babies
now-
know that song.
But
My
they
kids
didn't.
know it.
They didn't know. They didn't know.
And I ain't know. I was like, oh,
I didn't know
that's
either.
fun.
I'm like,
Uh,
this is the first time me hearing that it was.
Right.
about that.
Well, see, this is what we get in our ignorance of being these today cool parents because
Mm-hmm.
there's subliminal messages in everything to target our children.
But this the
That
thing.
what we didn't
Yeah.
get to see.
Right.
You're right.
We had to figure out the sexual innuendos of the songs about when we come. Let's
Yeah.
get it on. What they mean? You know.
Yeah,
we
we had to figure it out. Yeah.
What that meant.
Yeah.
But these kids get to see it live and in color.
They are outright
they
bold with
put
it.
on TV. They
Yeah.
put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
They put it. They don't leave nothing out.
Yeah.
So these poor little kids are already in
Sad.
trouble.
It's sad.
Well, you know, in addition to Nike suing the man, the judge, there's a judge that did a restraining order for him,
Oh, good.
Yeah, so they can't sell anymore.
so they can't sell anymore.
He was mad
So-
about that.
Well, hell, look how much money they made. I guess it don't matter if he selling anymore or not. He
Yeah.
sold that many out
Oh,
in,
yeah.
in a
For
matter of
$1,000 a pair
He made his
and
money back to him. That's it.
665.
They
Yeah.
ain't even selling J's that much.
You hear me,
You know what I'm
girl?
And you know that go to show.
Put
Bring
MJ to
those back with
shame
him. That many
then.
people buy the
Okay.
shoes that quickly.
Put MJ to shame
And
then.
sold 'em out
MJ
in
been
that
selling
minute.
sneakers for
And they ain't even
Sit-
Jay-
Pennies
decades.
on the
Like that.
dollar. He's selling them for pennies on the dollar now.
OMG. MJ been selling sneakers for decades, y'all. And he done put this man to shame in 5 minutes.
But it's
That is
it's the
insane.
energy. It's dark.
It is.
We got to realize we live in a dark world.
We do.
Yeah.
And we have to see.
It's more dark than light. That's bad.
There you go. That's what
bad.
I was about to say. We are light bearers. I am spiritual. I'm a light bearer.
Yes.
I love to make people feel good and do good
Yeah.
things.
Yes.
All of
me
y'all
too.
do as
yes,
well.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But you have to realize we live in more dark than we do light. So
Yeah.
it's like this is the thing now.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
need some
Sex.
balance. We need some balance. More people with light.
Yeah.
Y'all got to come to surface. Y'all
Yeah.
got to get out there.
Y'all gotta stop
Yeah.
sitting there with your
Spread.
eyes closed,
Yes.
burning your sage and candles. Y'all need to come
some
on out. We
balance
need
up
some
in
help.
this world.
We
Seriously.
need y'all to come out. Come out of your corners and
All
come
of
out
it.
the woods.
Yeah.
And sitting in there barefoot and come out so we can bring this darkness to shame.
Seriously.
And run it away.
Seriously.
Really, we can. We have the power
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
everybody's in their own corners. Like, this is my mind and my space.
Right.
And I'm
Nothing's
just
gonna penetrate.
You know,
Yeah.
my bubble that I live in.
Hey,
I'm
sometimes I
sorry.
get like that. You know what I'm saying? It's
It's
like
okay
after
to
dealing with so
it's okay
much,
to
it's like,
unplug.
you know what?
You
I'm
do. You
shutting
really do.
off. Nothing is getting past
Yeah.
my border.
Right. But
I
that's
get like
okay,
that
because I do
sometimes.
too.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do. Is you unplug and reset
Yeah.
yourself.
Mhm.
But,
But it's
you're
the
not
time
reset
we have to
for-
come out
the,
and-
the universe didn't leave you here to just stay on reset in the
Right.
matrix box.
Right. Right. Definitely.
It's to reset and recharge your energy and be around those of us that can recharge each other.
Absolutely.
And go out there and penetrate this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we're in our own worlds. We're about our own. We need to go. We're going to worry about our own stuff. Worry about.
Yeah.
That's not why we're here.
That's
Right.
the thing. I talked to my daughter who is about to go in high school. She said, "Well, Mama, whose blood is it?
Oh my God.
Like, is it really human blood?
That was my
Jay,
first
you-
question I asked.
Do
Okay.
your
Who's,
kids?
but where it come
Well, you
from?
know that. Well, you know they drink it. They drink it
I
at
know.
the
I
rituals.
told. I said, baby, people drink human blood. I'm like, somebody volunteered their blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
It don't. But see, your daughter's thinking like most people. It takes pints and pints and pints and pints and pints and pints and pints.
For that minute.
Yeah.
That's
It takes-
665,
it
66 pair of shoes.
But it
That's not-
only
that's-
takes a drop of blood to do the rituals.
something.
Yeah.
To do the ritual. See, you have to be
And that's why
spiritual to
only
know
a drop of blood is
a
in them
drop
shoes.
of blood.
You see?
A drop.
Wow.
It don't take pints of
No, you don't need that.
gallons.
No,
you need a drop of blood
drop.
to do the rituals. The satanic rituals is only take one drop.
I'm scared.
We got to
y'all.
get off of this for the Luciferians.
Okay.
Come on, way, y'all. We can't be doing this.
Hey, I ain't right. Hey,
scared,
come on.
y'all.
Come on. I ain't scared of none of you.
And
Come on.
I
I'm
did
not
not
scared of
know
none
there
of
were
them.
whole churches until the other
Oh,
day.
girl.
Whole churches dedicated to this.
Luciferians.
Churches.
I had no. See,
Look it up.
I had, and
They hear
don't
it
look
take
it
a
up
minute.
because you will be
Look it
scared.
up.
It'll terrify
Yeah,
you.
girl.
A
Look it
whole
up.
church.
Church, there's a whole
They're
congregation
everywhere.
of people, and they're everywhere in
Down there by
Texas.
you a lot.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
a lot of them
girl.
up here, but down that way,
Yeah.
there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
They started in San Antonio and Austin,
Yeah.
and here in Texas. Now they everywhere,
Uh-huh.
but down in Texas, they started down that way.
And
Now.
I never
and
knew
now
that.
they're moving, migrating this way.
I thought that was
So-
some like people gathered in their
Uh-uh.
backyard
Oh, yeah,
somewhere.
no,
No, they
no,
got
they're
leases
serious with
on
it.
buildings
No,
now,
they're-
people.
They're
Yes.
serious.
And they don't have to hide it anymore. They even got billboards.
No,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Big
Come
billboards you
join.
see when you're traveling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look for it now that
Yeah.
it's brought to my attention.
Yeah.
And you can look for the locations on your phone. It'll show them
Yeah.
to you.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And Lucifer, we're not speaking against you, but I'm not scared of you either. So you stay on your side of the darkness, and I'm gonna stay on my side of the light. We're gonna keep this thing
Y'all
balanced.
stay over
'Cause
there,
guess
we
what?
gonna
I
stay
can
over
switch
here.
over at any moment.
Nah.
So look, we having a topic in the discussion for the people out there, our viewers, for the BBB family.
Yeah.
We are not speaking against you. Do what you do. Satanic, do what you do.
That's your
So
business.
let that know. We're going to take us a quick break because we got a call coming in a few minutes, and we'll be back in a few minutes to listen to Business, Beauty, and Beat. All right, y'all. Welcome back. We have a guest on today, Mr. Stephen Bobo with Stop in the Pipeline, School to Pipeline. And he is an active activist for those that have been incarcerated.
Nice.
Mr.
nice.
Bobo, introduce yourself and tell them what you do.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me on. Yes, like she said, my name is Stephen Bobo. I'm an ex-correctional officer and an ex-returning citizen, which that means I'm an ex-person who's behind those walls. And that sounds crazy because I was an ex-CL and ex-prison, ex-inmate. So, like I said, I do this. I also fight for the rights of the men and women and kids behind them walls that to deal with wrongful incarceration. I deal with that. I also deal with juveniles who have been incarcerated on an adult sentence when the children don't have an age to be compared to an adult till age 25. You're locking them up at age 16, 17 in adult prison, which they don't need to be there.
Right.
Because that is a place where these kids need to start out. If they're going to do the crime, I get that. You do the crime, you got to do the time. But putting a child inside of an institution with adult males or adult females is just asking for problems.
Absolutely.
That's one thing that I really do fight, and that's my pet peeve because I've seen so many of that being an officer and being a person on the inside. I've seen juveniles come inside and get taken advantage of emotionally, sexually. Also, they put things out to make their parents feel like they're going to be in trouble if they don't get money. They get influenced to give money to them because the kids come in, might have a lot of money, parents might have some money, and they don't have any money. So they'll say, "I'll take care of you," so you go get bullied by the other people, or they say, "I'm gonna take your lunch money, I'm gonna take your food, or I'm gonna really truthfully rape you if I don't get paid."
Wow.
And I've seen that, and I have a story. Well, first of all, I'm talking about. I also am an author. I just finished my book called "Convicted." Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, yes, you are. He's an author. He just finished his book, and I want you to tell them about your book so they can go buy it and know what the book is about.
Yes, my book is called Conviction to Redemption. It's my life story of talking about as far as being coming from a single parent household, a mother who did everything she could do for me. My father wasn't around, but that's a whole nother story.
Right.
I don't hold him responsible for that because it takes two to tango.
Right.
I don't know what happened between my mother and him, but I know for a fact that as I come to get older, I did find out that it was more involved, more stuff involved than what I was told. But when you're a child, you're supposed to stay in a child's place.
Right.
And then when you hear bad things about your father and you don't know if to believe it because you hear from adults, you hear from your mother, you hear from your grandmother, you hear from your aunts and uncles and stuff like that, you just hear one side. I need to hear both sides so I can make that decision.
Right.
So that's the main thing that people need to understand as far as when you have a child and a single mother, because single mothers can do everything. I know that for a fact. My mother did everything she could do. But a mother cannot raise a man to be a man.
That's right. That's absolutely
And that's
true.
the main thing. That's the main thing I want to talk about also with that. As far as my book, it was my life story, like I said, coming from a single parent household, my mother raising me, playing football, high school football, college football, and semi-pro. On my way to go pro until I blew my knees out. And then I became a bodyguard. I bodyguard for Tupac. I bodyguard for TLC. I bodyguard for Beyonce when she was a Destiny's Child before she got pre-Beehive, all that good stuff. I did all that.
Nice.
But then I became a corrections officer. And then, as I say, I started smelling myself because, I felt like I was above all, as you can say. I remember walking into the prison as an officer and saying, "You guys got to listen to me because I'm God today." How am I going to say I'm God and I'm doing the same thing that you did, and I'm trying to prove myself above you, and I'm not above you. I can't be.
So let me ask let me ask you
Yes,
a
go
quick
ahead, I'm
question, Mr. Bobo.
Yes,
we were
ma'am.
just talking about Mr. George Floyd and policing and everything, and this correlates with what you just said about feeling like you were God in that role of authority. So from a mindset of someone that has been in the role of policing, so to speak, offenders, Is that what you think that happened with Mr. Floyd and a lot of this brutality that's going against us today? That they have that same mindset out here on the streets that's policing us as minorities and killing us?
I believe that. And one thing I've said before, a lot of people look at me crazy when I say this. A lot of police officers don't need to come straight from the, they hire a lot of police officers straight from the military. You're hiring military, you're hiring people who are already trained to be killers.
Right.
Like Marines and stuff like that, Navy SEALs. You're treating them how to be. Now you want them to guard us as the public.
Right.
They don't know how to do. They don't know how to do that. There's a difference between Joe Public and a person you're trying to kill, who's trying to kill you, being a soldier.
That makes sense.
It do.
That makes so much sense. Yeah.
It do.
You cannot make Marine come in and guard my grocery store. Somebody comes, like he said, they said he was doing counterfeit, and that is a minor misdemeanor.
Right.
That's not even a prison sentence. That's not even a prison sentence.
Nothing to lose your life over. Right.
That's right. It's not even a prison sentence. You just could have went to court.
Right.
But they said that he was a security officer. He was a bouncer at a club, and the officer and him had a conflict. That's what they say. I wasn't there, but it does make sense. It does make sense from a police officer's point of view. So you know what? I can get him back because I have his badge. I have his badge.
Yeah.
And that's what they need to say that. And that's what they're making the public see now. When you say these type of things, it does come out. Like they say, you can't lie because eventually it's going to come out. It's going to come out the dark. It's going you try to do that stuff in the dark, it's going to come to the light eventually.
Good point.
And that's exactly what happened. Is it came to the light. Now the people are seeing what we've been saying all along. Yeah. And that's why I tell people all the time when everybody was by Balmath and Kaepernick when he took the knee, it wasn't about being mean to the state, being mean to the troops, or being mean to the flag. He was taking his platform and showing, because it was national TV. Everybody knows who he is. Everybody knows he plays professional football. He took his platform and talked about police brutality.
Yeah.
And now you have to see it because it's on the news now.
Yeah.
It's on national. Everybody around the world is seeing this right now.
Yeah.
And that's what I try to fight, try people to understand that. And I get so many arguments with people on Facebook about that. And I know I'm wrong for going on Facebook arguing because that's not the place because a lot of people are gonna say what they want to say because they're internet gangsters.
Right.
And they feel like they can say what they want to say. And like I told them earlier today, you would not say those type of things to somebody, especially a person of color, to their face.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
you're not going to say the stuff like that.
Yes.
And, that's a whole nother story. But, that's how I feel about that. But my book is Conviction to Redemption. It's like I said, it's my life story of doing everything I've done, professional wrestling, also bringing drugs into the prison system, into the institution, and all that type of, and that's where I made my mistake. And like I said, I was telling myself because I figured that I was bigger and better than everybody. Because I figured since I was part of the system, I was part of that 1%, that the 1% would take care of me. But no, they didn't. That 1% turned me in. So that's the whole point is. That's the whole point that is. So I need people to understand that. Yes, I did do mistakes, but you know what? I've learned from my mistakes, so that's why I'm trying to correct my mistakes to the fact where I can tell somebody else not to do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's the main reason why that 1%, I keep saying that 1% doesn't like people like me and people like Shantae because we show people the other side of the fence.
Yes.
We show people there's other ways to go.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And
like I said,
I wanted to say that he has an awesome program. It's really something that's well needed. He's been going around speaking in different places. He has multiple locations now all over, from Ohio, Africa, here in Texas.
That's amazing.
And I'm actually chairman of his organization.
Oh, okay.
So he is doing an awesome job. And I feel that it's well needed. He's going to start touring and traveling and speaking. We've been working on getting him a platform. COVID kind of stopped the momentum a lot.
COVID stopped everything.
COVID really blocked us from the things that we had planned for this, because this is well needed.
Absolutely.
Roar in the school to prison pipeline working together because it's the same initiative that we're working for, which is
Absolutely.
roaring for change.
Yes.
His book is absolutely going to help impact lives of children,
Right.
putting it in the hands of children
And-
and ex-offenders as well.
And educating them.
And there you go.
That's the main thing, educating
And
That's
it.
right.
these children
That's
and,
right.
and even adults, because people grow up
Yeah.
without being truly educated.
That's right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
So y'all are doing an amazing job, you guys. I
Yes.
really
Yeah.
appreciate
Yes,
you.
yes.
y'all. Mr. Bobo, you're doing amazing. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
He has an amazing
No,
team
thank you.
behind him, amazing
Thank you so much.
team that's working with him. They are very committed to the change as well. We've had some tumultuous times throughout trying to get people to be committed to change.
Yeah.
It wasn't the fact of what he was doing, it's just committed to change. A
Yeah.
lot of people are
Yeah.
not on the change train.
Right.
Okay.
They're
So-
so
That's right.
comfortable with being
Yeah.
who they are and used to doing what
Yeah.
they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Mr.
That's right.
let me ask you, Mr. Bubba, where can we find you on your social platforms?
I'm on Facebook. It's Steven Steven Bobo. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm on almost all of them, but mostly I'm on Facebook. Mostly, I just now really start doing a lot of stuff on Instagram. I'm about to do my own. I have a blog talk radio show. It's called Bozilla Blog Talk Radio. I do that every so often when people come to me and ask me to speak. I speak to inmates behind the walls with their loved ones on their cell phones, and I talk to them for half an hour, and I let them put their story out.
Wow.
Because
amazing.
you probably had the story done by the media. Now let's hear what your story is from you.
Right.
Well, you know
Absolutely.
what,
Don't
Mr.
let
Bobo?
people-
I want to
Yes,
ask
ma'am.
you a
Yes,
question.
ma'am.
If we could, we actually have access to someone that actually gets calls from inside the walls. So when we have these calls scheduled to come in, can we give you a shout out so that you can call and talk with these inmates? Because they,
That'd be good.
we do have a platform for that they do call, and you can talk to them and maybe interview them on the show
Yes,
and
ma'am.
speak with them while
Yes,
because
ma'am.
they have a long sentence, and it's
Yes,
really
ma'am.
sad.
Yes,
but
ma'am.
I think it will be a good platform for us to start
Yeah.
using,
Absolutely.
where we
Right.
have such a large platform that we could start the change right here.
Yeah.
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 Why not?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I sure will. Like I said, I have females, I have ladies in my organization. Shantae is part of the organization. Like I said, we have Chrissy Wilson. I have Danielle Andrews. Chrissy Wilson and Daniels have children. They speak to the kids. I have Danielle speaks to the girls. Chrissy speaks to the girls. I speak to the guys because a lot of people feel funny about that when a man speaks to a woman, and especially on the inside, a lot of people think other things going on, but I'd rather have a woman
Right.
talk to a
Right.
woman on the inside.
Right.
I'm there. I hear what they're saying, but I'm there. But like if they need any expertise about anything they need to say, I can give them, give them information how to do it. But Chrissy and Danielle know what they do when they speak to them because Danielle has spoke to them all. We just had a conversation. Danielle just had a conversation with Miss what's his name? What's the young man that I forgot his name that quick? Who just got killed in Cleveland? Tamir Rice.
Okay.
Oh,
just
yeah.
had, we,
yeah.
we just, yeah, we just had her. Danny just had his mother on the show,
Okay.
and it was a great show. One of our highest rating shows. And like I said, we talk to the parents, we talk to the wives, we talk to the husbands of people who are inside the wall, especially the wives. The wives need to be talked to because these are situations that they're going to too. Just because your husband or your son is behind that wall, you're behind the wall also.
Yes.
Because you have to learn how to deal with that. Because you're the ones who have to deal with them when they come out.
Right.
Because now if they've been in there for some years, now they're institutionalized.
Right.
So now you have to reprogram.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the main thing we need to understand. We have to reprogram.
Absolutely.
Not just throwing people into a job. You have to
Yeah.
reprogram. Now you have to teach them all over again. Stuff that you taught them before, now they're learning from the institutional side, and you can't bring the institutional side onto a job because that's not how that goes.
That's
Right.
right.
You have to teach them all over again.
Right.
And sometimes that gets frustrating for the wife, the mother, the child, or the husband. It gets frustrating, and it makes a lot of women and men want to divorce their loved ones because they don't want to have to go through that again.
Right.
And I understand that. I get that. I was married when I was on the inside, and I see how it took a toll on our marriage.
Yeah.
Right.
And it
Right.
ruined our marriage. I'm not
Right.
going to even say it for a lot.
Right.
I ruined our marriage for the
Right.
simple fact because I was hard-headed. and I wasn't doing what God asked me to do.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
once again, I learned. But sometimes you have to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
Sometimes God has to smack you. Sometimes God has to punish you and say,
Yeah.
you know what, you're my child, just like a child. I'm going to put you on timeout because you need to learn.
Right.
Now, I'm going to let you learn this way. Before you get killed or you kill somebody,
Right.
let me put you in this place right here so I can talk to you. So
Right.
free of distractions from everything that you like.
Right.
Like TV and football. And now I'm putting you somewhere where you
Isolated.
cannot reach out
Yeah.
to touch. You can't reach out and touch that. You can't touch your wife in that emotional type of way that you want to touch her. Now you're inside with a bunch of men, and now you have to focus on yourself.
Right.
Right.
And you can't focus on nothing but yourself in that time.
Right.
And like I said, I did 22 months. It should have been I was supposed to have 36 months, but I got 22 months. But truthfully, my lawyer talked it down from 15 years to 22 months.
Wow.
And like I said, and that was enough for me to kind of wake up. So you know what? And I tell it in my book all the time. You'll see it in my book, Convictions to Redemption. I say it in the book all the time when certain things happen, and I walk away from it. Like I walked away from a car accident when I hit a tree and ran over a fire hydrant and walked away from it. And I always put that quote when stuff like that happens. I said, God talks to me. So do you hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
That is a hear me now moment.
Absolutely.
I hope he said that to Tiger Woods.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right.
And-
Right. That's right.
And what's crazy,
It's-
Mr. Bobo, it's a lot of men out there that thinks totally opposite than how you think about the situation. Like you said, that was a walk away.
Yeah.
You were supposed to have 15 years, but your lawyer got you down to 22 months. It's so many men and young boys out there that take that as an event. They use it to their advantage. They take advantage of that. Oh, I got off. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Not like, okay,
No.
Lord, you're trying to show me
a
something.
blessing.
You're trying to tell me something. Thank you for giving me another chance. They don't think that way.
No.
It's like, oh, I got off,
It's a-
so let me
it's
do
a-
it again.
yeah, it's
You know what I
it's a-
mean?
It's a strike now.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
It's a
It
strike.
It's a strike.
Yeah.
It's a trend because I remember getting like I said,
Yeah.
I got out early. I had to go to court. I had to go back to court and get so the judge can say I got out early. So, but I remember walking through the county jail, coming from prison with my state issue blues on, not regular clothes, state issue blues on, and I remember young men looking at me, man, you just getting out of prison? Oh man, I can't wait to get my prison there because I'm on my way there. I can't wait to get my prison down there tattooed on my body. I said, man,
wow.
you're not cattle. You're not cattle.
Like they
Stop
wanna
acting
go
like you
back
cattle. So that's the whole thing that us black people,
Yeah.
black men, we think we are supposed to have these labels. No, you're not
Wow.
supposed to be labeled. You're not cattle.
Right.
That's why
Right, right.
I tell these men in prison when I get a chance to speak to them and tell these kids. I tell them on the streets when I'm in these protests. I go downtown and protest here in Columbus, Ohio, and I tell them, I said, you are not cattle. I
That's
said,
right.
you are a human being.
That's
And
right.
I also say this, and I say this to people too, and they look at me crazy. I just said it today on Facebook. Black lives will matter. Black lives will matter until we matter to
To
ourselves.
ourselves.
Until we start
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We say that all the
Until
time.
we
You are
start-
so correct.
until we stop killing each other
Right.
and doing stuff like that, disrespecting our women,
Right.
all this type of stuff. We got to quit doing that because until
Right.
we find out that we do matter, then the society will take us
That's
seriously.
right.
Yeah.
But
That's
until
right.
that time happens, they
Yeah.
won't do it.
That's
Yeah.
right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're
I know
Yeah.
that is something that I live by. And a lot of people think I'm wrong for saying it, but we want to attack other colors when they come against us and do something, but they don't realize in our own communities we see each other gunning each other down and
Yeah.
killing each other every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
But we have to
Every day.
understand that until we matter to each other, do
Yeah.
not try to enforce that we matter to someone else.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's not
Come
going
on.
to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
They're looking at,
That's
okay,
right.
we
That's
gonna
so
give,
true.
we gonna put this in their hand because we know what they gonna do with it.
Right.
They gonna kill their
That's
own
right.
self. They gonna kill their own
Right.
communities. They
Right.
gonna tear their stuff
That's
down,
right.
and that's why they don't respect us when we do all this marching and stuff. I'm telling y'all right,
Right.
now, all this marching been going on for centuries, and ain't a
Yes.
damn thing changed.
Right.
Ain't nothing gonna change
changed.
until
Ain't
we
nothing
change our
change
minds.
We have to
ourselves
change.
as
That's
a
right.
people.
Yes.
And
That's
I
right.
stand firm
That's so
on that.
true.
Anybody
Yeah.
want to call, they can. But that's what I
But
stand
do you
firm
think
on.
they're gonna? Do you think we're gonna
That's right.
change?
That's true. That's
I
true.
don't know.
Me and Danielle said that once we sitting downtown. We was in Columbus, Ohio. We was at a protest, and Danielle sent that to everybody. The same thing what you just said, Shante. She said it, and I got it from her. She's like, we won't matter. Black lives won't matter until we matter to ourselves.
Absolutely.
And she was right. And people looked at us like we was crazy. I said, She's telling the truth. I said, how many times have we cussed out a black person for cutting us off when we drive?
Yep. And you know what?
How
we
many
don't-
times? Like you said, that's right. That's right.
And
And one of my biggest thing too is when a black person owns a business, stop going into your businesses. Talk about can I get a hookup?
Oh,
See,
my
that's-
goodness.
they have, our people have that
You're
so
not-
bad, you know,
Yes.
and it's really
Right.
making the black business owners
Yes.
upset, and they come out and they
Yeah.
talk about it more and more. I see so many posts like, hey,
Yeah.
you see me trying to grow my business, don't walk up in my business talking about a handout. Like, if you,
Come on.
you know what I'm saying, help me out, help me
Support.
to help you,
Yeah.
support, you know what I'm saying? If you want to see me
That's
get
right.
there, you got to help and be a part of getting me there. You know, don't just
That's
keep
right.
asking me, hey, can I get a discount? Can I get it? And I totally agree with that. You know what I'm saying? You would rather
That's
go
right.
to someone else
When they
and
go to
pay
their
this
store,
amount of money.
They don't ask for no discount.
Exactly.
They pay what they
Nope.
ask
They
for.
pay what they have to. So why do me that way? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But Mr.
That's
Bobo,
so
we
true.
gotta take a quick break. We gonna come back. You
Yes,
can
ma'am.
hold on for a second. We'll be right back. All right? BB&B, y'all.
I got you. I'm here.
Hey, 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 this your girl Beats. We're back. Mr. Bobo, you still with us?
Yes, ma'am. I'm still here.
Awesome. Well, we have a guest today. It's in-house. Her name is Miss J. She has a few things that she wants to run across with you.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Yeah, so I had a daughter. She was 18, and she went into Cook County her first time going into prison, or into jail, really. And a lot of people wanted me to leave her in there or take her out, but I left her in there for about 45 days. She was on drugs and things like that, and then when she got out, I put her in rehab for 2 months. But a lot of people don't have access to those resources because we were in a predominantly white suburban area out in Chicago. We have access to those resources. And so the thing is,
Welcome to the show. I think this is your caller.
Hello, who we have here?
This is Miss Oliver.
Hey, Lavetta, how are you? I didn't know
I'm fine.
Mr. Bobo was still on.
He is
oh,
still
okay.
on.
Hey, okay.
Hold on just a second.
Miss Lavetta, give us just a second, okay? I used to
We'll
go to
get to you
JJ
next.
Rose with you. I wanted you to share your story. Give us one moment, okay?
Okay.
Hold tight. Okay.
Go ahead and finish.
All right, go ahead. Sorry about that.
okay, and so my thing is the resources in the black community. They don't have access to those resources, and so has a lot to do with it. Think about it. They come out, and where's their resources in order to get well or to rehabilitate or change their mind about things? There are none. There's no mental facilities in the black neighborhood.
No,
there's no resources. And so when they say, in the black communities and things like that, if we defund the police, what would it look like? And I say to people, it would look like a suburb. It would look like a suburb if we defunded the police, because we would divert those funds into resources, rehabs, things to rehabilitate people that they don't have. They have those in the suburban neighborhoods. We don't, in the suburbs, we don't give a kid a life sentence for robbery.
Yeah.
My daughter robbed someone at gunpoint. They gave her house arrest.
What?
Yes, house arrest. House arrest her first
true.
day. That would never have happened to her if she was black.
No, it wouldn't.
Her pale
That's
skin
right, you're
saved
right.
her, and that's what I told her. I said, you better be lucky you're pale skinned, because that's what saved you in this case.
Wow.
Wow, that's pretty
That's
deep.
right.
Wow.
That's true.
Mr. Bobo, what
That's
you think
true.
about that?
She's absolutely right, and she's absolutely right so many ways. It's because the simple fact is that we, as an African American, in our setting that we're in, there's a difference. Everybody knows there's a difference, and people who say they don't know what's a difference, they're not being truthful to themselves.
Right.
Because, like you just said, being a suburbia, you are treated different, and if things happen, you are most likely get a slap on the wrist, because even see robbing at a gunpoint. Because truthfully, with the gun spec, you're supposed to get automatic 5 years.
Yeah.
When you do a crime with a gun,
Automatic
it's 5
crime.
years.
Yep.
So you was blessed on that one, because if it was an African American man or a woman, it doesn't matter if she's a woman. She has
Right.
4 or 5 kids, and she doesn't know how to watch her kids. She was out robbing somebody to get some money to feed her kids.
Exactly.
It's going to be even worse. It's going to give her some more time, because you should have known better. That's what I'm going to say. You have children. You got to think about that. And the point is, how can I think about that if I can't get a job to work to support my kids?
That's
And I'm
right.
not condoning robbing somebody, not
Right.
somebody in the head
Right.
to take their money. I'm
Right.
not saying that. But the simple fact is, just like you said, if they have more things out here to help people, I'm not saying always got to have your hands out for to ask for help. You don't have to do that. You can actually get out and try to do something better yourself. It better educate yourself, and that's another thing I want to talk about is education. And us as minorities, poor black, poor white, Italian, Mexican, it doesn't matter. Get your education.
Yep.
Like I said, I'm back in school now to get my criminal justice degree. Then I'm getting being a paralegal. Then I'm going to go to law school, because first of all, I got to battle that felony with a master's, because that's
Absolutely.
one thing that's going to battle that felony is a master's. Just because I have a degree, a bachelor's degree, they'll say, oh well, you could have got that in prison.
Right.
And that's what they're going to say. But if I come out with, I say I got a bachelor's degree, and I want to go. If I don't stop at my bachelor's, I'm not going to stop there. If I don't go to law school, I'm going to get my doctorate. So they can call myself Dr. Stephen Bobo, inmate, ex-correction officer, ex-returning citizen. Now I'm a doctor because now I want to teach these kids and these people coming up now how not to go the same route I went.
I know that's
So
right.
she has a perfect point what she just said. We have to find a way to get our people. That's not saying black and white. I'm saying people who don't have the income to battle that.
Yeah.
Because she's right.
Absolutely.
She's right. She needs to tell her daughter, be happy that you are
Yeah.
that color, because if you weren't, you would have got time.
Right.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And she's right.
Absolutely.
And that's the point where people need to. We have to come together as a whole unit. We have to work together with blacks, whites, Mexicans. We have to work everywhere. We all have to work, especially now with the Asian thing going on. See, now it didn't jump. See, so they're saying, you know what? We did the black thing. That's over with.
Right.
So now we're gonna move on to the next thing. The whole thing about that is it's our color. It's our color. Black is attacking the yellow. And see, that's not right.
Right.
So how do you attack somebody that you're attacking somebody that you're trying to defend somebody attacking you? So where does the sense make in that? You want to hurt them like people hurting you. So are you taking your frustrations out on them because somebody's hurting you? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Right.
So right there, it goes back to what I said before. Black lives won't matter till we matter to ourselves.
Absolutely.
Because you see all the people who are the people getting killed, the people got hurt in Chicago, Atlanta, in the nail salon, and all. There were Asian people, and they were evidently they was Caucasian, and then the black guy in New York that hit the black woman in the face, he just got out of prison. He just got out.
Yeah.
Right.
So he hit an Oriental woman in the face and broke her jaw or something like that, and he just got out. And now you're really about to get hit because you just got out. Because the first thing you're going to say is, you still ain't learned.
Right.
And you're going to go back. You're going to do it now. See, here you go.
Right.
Now,
it is a lot
the
going
yellow
on.
community is up. Now, the yellow community is in an uproar, and they should be. Now, this is what I'm going to say. This might sound wrong, but I'm not trying to be wrong with this. Let's see how much love this is going to get compared to when we did it, when we came out and said something. Now, we were wrong.
Absolutely.
Now, the difference with that, the Oriental generation, Oriental people are not going to burn down their own stuff.
Absolutely.
They're not going to tear down their own stuff.
Right.
They're going to work together. They're going to work together and do the right thing. They join together because they know how to bring their people inside, and the whole family works in a place. That's how you keep a business together.
Right. Well,
They know that, and we need to learn that as African Americans. We need to work together to make a corporation, because if we don't do that, we're never going to get ahead. We're always going to be going in a circle, and that's what they want to do. Learn how they. That's why they keep us in a circle. That's why prison. That's why the yard is a circle. That's why the tiers in prison are a circle, because you can walk a circle. They don't care about you walking the circle.
Absolutely.
Because they're training you. They're training you.
Yes. Well,
And
we
people
thank you so much,
they're
Mr.
training
Bobo.
you to walk.
We appreciate you. I'm sorry to cut you off like that. I know you're getting passionate about what you're talking about. But we got one more caller, and we only got a few more minutes today. But we do appreciate you.
apologize.
Oh,
Thank
no,
you.
you're good. You're good to go. All your information was wonderful.
Yes, thank you so much.
You can always call back in and talk to us whenever you feel. You have the number.
got you.
We appreciated
Yes, ma'am.
talking with you. We enjoyed your conversation. And
Thank you.
again, go ahead and say your social platforms one more time.
In the prison, in the school to prison pipeline, and that's the main one right there. And my book is Conviction to Redemption. You can pick that up at Balboa Press. Balboa Press, and it's also at Amazon.com. You can get there, but I get more income coming from Balboa Press because that comes more to me than self-published. But you can get it at Amazon. They do have it. I have ebooks on Amazon, all that type of stuff. It's about to be hitting stores. We're talking about Target, and we're also talking about going into Barnes and Nobles. So we're trying to get it out
We're
there.
definitely going to keep
Thank
promoting
you so
your books.
much.
Definitely.
And we're going to
Thank
definitely have
you.
you back on the
Thank
show
you.
because this is a very important topic. And I appreciate you coming on, Mr. Bobo. And we
Thank-
will, until next
Appreciate
time.
it.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, darling. I
Thank you.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you, ladies.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, we're going to take a break right quick, and we'll be right back. We got another caller on here with a great story, and we will be
Absolutely.
back in a 2 and 2. You listen to Business, Beauty, and Beats.
BB&B.
All right, welcome back, y'all. Miss J, what you got to say?
Let's talk about this congressman, Matt Gates. He's been trafficking children.
Mr. Gates.
Yeah,
Mr.
GOP official,
Gates.
Republican.
Oh,
And,
my goodness.
Joel Greenberg of Florida, an ex-GOP official, was arrested in 2020 for sex trafficking charges, and now they are finding that Matt Gates was actually traveling with underage children, and they're finding out through Cash Apps, Apple Pays.
Oh, my
Receipts
goodness.
don't lie, y'all.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
So it's getting deep, and
Yeah.
he's trying to blame it on the Democrats. But the fact of the matter is, this
What are
is
you
being
saying about, girl? What are you saying about the Democrats?
that
What-
we're trying. It's a conspiracy against us.
Wow.
How the hell is that?
Everything always a conspiracy,
Yeah,
ain't it?
yeah,
How is that?
Y'all
It's the
know some of that
Democrats' fault.
crap be true.
yep.
Well, wait a minute.
Well,
But how?
because
How?
he was being investigated under the DOJ and William Barr with Trump, the Trump administration. This has been going on. They've been investigating
while.
him for a while.
So what took so
A
long?
while. Well, because
Yeah.
he's white.
Yeah,
That's what took
Well,
so long.
I tell you what
White
took
people are
so
allowed to
long.
traffic children. You
He
didn't know
is
that?
in the
Yeah.
he is in the complexion for the protection for the connection.
Okay.
Wow.
Crew.
I like how you
Okay,
said that.
yeah.
You didn't just bust it down like,
Right.
Complexion for the
Right.
protection with the connection.
y'all heard
Okay.
that? Y'all catch that?
Wow.
Don't break it down to
Yeah.
him like that. Like,
Yeah.
you can't do,
Yeah.
Don't do him like
Yeah.
that, girl.
Yeah. So trafficking children. He was
Wow.
a whole
Now y'all know if
traffic
that
ring.
would have been if he would have been black, his ass would have been fried by
Oh.
now. He'd have been hung up and strung up as strange fruit.
Oh,
Strange fruit. You.
Oh wow. Oh,
We
wow.
not gonna take it there. We not gonna take it there. Miss Tay always taking it there, y'all. She be taking it there, y'all. She be too much sometimes. Woo! You get me hot up in here. I got a little
So let me ask y'all this.
And not only that, but listen to this. He's the only member of Congress to vote against
Girl,
sex trafficking
girl,
laws.
stop.
Yes, yes,
Girl.
because he benefits
The
from
main
it.
one.
Look.
Wow,
So
wow.
let me
Think
ask
about
you,
it.
does this make you guys hold on tighter to your kids?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this, because I do. Do you teach your children that, hey, it's people out here that want you for your skin?
Yes.
Oh
It's
yes.
people out
It's
here
people that
will
want you
sell
for your
when you're
organs.
Yes.
They
It's
want you
real
for, oh
graphic
yeah.
with it.
Oh
Yeah.
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 I get
Well, I don't
graphic.
get as graphic as you.
Oh, I
Oh,
get
yeah.
graphic.
But I
You-
tell them.
and you know what? I just had
And
to
they-
switch
I-
up.
I
My
be
daughter,
booked.
she's about to be 17.
Right.
So she's about to be grown or
Yeah.
whatever. But I was letting her go with her friends to the basketball court and
Yeah.
play basketball. Ever since this stuff been going on with these
Yeah.
women and kids
Yeah.
missing like
Yeah. I'll drop
badly,
you off and pick you
I'm
up.
like, I don't even do that.
You don't know to go at all.
You can't go. I love you, but no. You can play at school.
Okay.
Cause it don't
During
take but a
school,
minute.
you know what I'm saying? You can play for your
Yeah.
school,
It
but
don't take but a
just
minute.
going to a
Not
regular
just
court
It takes
outside
a
of school,
minute.
no.
You can be at the pool
Yeah.
and answer your phone like this,
Yeah.
and you look up and your child
your
is
child
gone.
gone.
Yeah, they're
There are
selling your
people that's
kids.
praying. You got them teamed up watching
Yep.
from this direction, that direction.
Yeah.
She ain't paying attention.
Yeah.
Get them now. Lure them over here.
Listen,
Oh, yeah.
Throw
there's
the ball over
parents.
there. They playing.
There's parents out there looking for their kids, and there was a couple that found their daughter on a porn website. That's how they
I heard
found
about
their
that.
child.
I heard about
That's
that.
how they found their
Yep.
child. She was
They
being
found her
trafficked.
She was being trafficked.
God.
I remember that. I remember that story.
Yes.
I remember that
They
story.
found her like that.
And she
yeah.
was on that site.
Can you imagine
I
that?
remember that story.
You're looking
They
for
had
your
her on
child.
drugs
She's
and
missing.
everything.
Yep. They drug up these
They
kids.
that poor child's messed up.
And you
on
know,
her
a
head.
my
platform,
goodness.
that really allows predators to really prey on children is TikTok.
I
Oh,
said it
yeah.
before.
Yeah.
I've
I
seen
said
it.
it
I've
before.
seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen
That's why I
it.
tell these
Yep.
parents, y'all trying to,
Yeah.
y'all don't putting y'all little pretty kids on there.
Yeah.
They is, baby,
it's a-
You're advertising them.
you're
to get
advertising
snatched up.
them.
Yeah.
You got a whole layout.
Yep.
Whole
And-
layout.
Yeah,
Well,
you-
speaking as a TikTok mama, because I do TikTok,
TikTok.
but we don't do anything that's giving any type of, you know what I'm saying, any type of energy to, hey, look at, no. You know,
Yeah.
our stuff is funny, it's comical,
Yeah. Yes, it is.
it's innocent,
Y'all
are
it's
funny.
nothing like
Yeah.
showing flesh, anything.
Well,
But what if,
none
what
of
if, but
that,
what if,
you know?
what if it's not? What if you did all you could tonight, and got fixated on your face?
Who got fixated on who face?
The predator,
anybody,
the
the
predator.
predator.
Say your face was beautiful, or your child's face was beautiful, and they got fixated on her face and say, "I want her. I want her." Like,
Well, how the hell they gonna get her? You gotta go through me first,
Well,
baby.
you know, people, they stalk you. They find you on Facebook,
They do.
Instagram.
They do. They do.
Yours, the
I wish they
school.
would.
They track your mail.
I wish they would. I got something for them at the door.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you at the door.
Yeah.
I'm that mama.
Yeah.
I wish they would.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They there.
cause at the end of the day, this is all for entertainment. You cannot
For us.
take away our entertainment. If we want to do shit like that to entertain and have fun, you're not finna stop that.
You know those
Right.
songs on there are unfiltered.
Yeah, they are.
So I'm like, when I hear when my daughter's
They
going
are.
on TikTok, I'm like, wait a minute, how long? She's like,
Oh,
Mom,
yeah, it
you
gets-
didn't know
it
that?
gets a
I'm
little
like, no,
crazy,
I'm
yeah.
listening to the radio version. So even
No, it
little
gets a
kids
little
that's
crazy.
2 and 3 years old listening to the unfiltered
See,
songs.
my daughter, she doesn't have her own TikTok. When she TikTok,
but your
she's on
daughter's
my
17.
TikTok,
See how
and
you
she's
went-
17
and
years
these
old.
parents,
Right.
like you said,
You
they
get what
just
I'm saying?
showcasing their children.
No,
They're showcasing
no,
them.
Yeah.
no.
But you know what? That's sad. But this congressman, he's behind whoop. We got y'all. We're gonna get ready to cut it in a few minutes, and we're getting ready to close out the show.
Yes.
So take us away, Miss Mika D.
Oh, it's me.
Yes,
It's my turn.
It's me,
No,
Mika D.
no.
It's me,
We
Mika
really-
D. What you say?
We
We gonna
love you
be?
guys. We really love you guys. We love that y'all tune in and vibe with us every Saturday from 2 to 4. We will be back
We
next
love
Saturday,
y'all.
y'all. So, just hang on tight just for a couple of days, you know what I'm saying? And we'll be
If you want to get on the show, if you want to be on the show, send us
Yes.
an email.
shoot us
Send
an
us an email.
businessbeautybeats@gmail.com.
If you got some talent, a song, a business venture, or you need some advice on your questions or comments on what we're talking about, you can reach and call us at the show at, what's the number?
214-717-4678.
And this show was brought to you by Global Elite,
Elite
Transports,
Transports, yes.
Roar Inc., Texas, Crow Scott Investments Group,
Yes.
McCoy Investments, Level 3 Corporation. Call us. We will be glad to have you on the show.
Yes,
Until next time, love, peace, and
and
light.
Pops, what you be over there saying?
Right.
I don't be
You
doing
gotta